Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And basically, I'm just going to talk to you guys real quick about my iPhone 12 getting the iOS 26 Beta 6 update installed on it, and just letting you guys know if I found like any issues at all whatsoever. And for the most part, I can pretty much say that things have been a lot smoother with this update. So far, it's not showing me anything that's like bug wise going to be an issue. So that's a plus, right? Because we are drawing closer and closer to, the full launch of iOS 26. So I just think, at this time, a lot of things should kind of start to mellow out. Now, big question that I get quite a bit is, how's the battery on an older iPhone with iOS 26? And I can tell you guys that from the point that I updated to iOS 26 beta, from when I had it on iOS 18.5, I believe, the battery has been about the same. I haven't, seen like rapid battery drain or anything like that happen with this phone at all whatsoever. Being that, it is an iPhone 12, it came out in 2020. The battery capacity is at 85%, so it's not even at 100%. So yeah, it's best way to put it. It's decent. It's not the greatest battery. It didn't improve the battery by leaps and bounds, but it didn't start to deplete the battery much faster, which is one thing that I was afraid of with even putting beta software on my iPhone 12, was that the battery would just kill off pretty quickly. I think the only thing that drains out my battery fast, and I had to take a couple of days before I could even talk about that, is the Helium mobile app, since I do have my Helium mobile SIM in this phone. And when I do active mapping to earn crypto, because I'm still on the older plan, I'm not on the new plan that earns cloud points, I'm still earning mobile tokens and HNT. So I do active mapping from the phone in itself, and that's about the only time that I would notice that battery would drain quickly, and that has to do with the Helium mobile app with active GPS always turned on. That will drain the battery quickly on any phone, so that's not an iOS 26 problem. That's a Helium mobile app problem. If you guys want to know, real quick on the side, how I avoid having my battery drain so quickly throughout the day is once I reach the goal of like 40 hexes on the Helium mapping. I reach my goal for the day, I turn off mapping after that. I don't need it on all day long. So that's how I avoid rapid battery drain throughout the entire day. Charging, I haven't seen it, had any problems with charging up the phone, whether I do it wirelessly or if I plug it into my charger. I haven't, noticed like slow charging speeds or fast charging speeds or any of that stuff. It's been totally fine whatsoever. And then going into the cameras, have I noticed any subtle changes with the cameras? I mean, you will notice that it has something very similar to Android now, where you could just toggle to switch between photo and video, which wasn't like that before. And I don't care who came up with it first, if it was Android or iOS. All I can tell you guys is that it's a great, nice touch to the camera. It makes it very simple to switch between video mode and photo mode. Take photos, take videos, whatever you want to do. Turn it around for like the selfie mode, and switch between photo and video. So it's a nice touch. I like it. But other than that, it didn't like turn I think it's like a 12 megapixel camera on the back. It didn't turn that into like a 64 megapixel sensor or nothing like that. Didn't do nothing like that to the cameras. It still takes pretty much similar quality photos as it did before. It's just the user interface is slightly changed up on the camera app in itself, and it just makes it much more easier to toggle between video and photo. So I can appreciate that. As far as the quick settings, it pretty much looks like that. So I mean, if you are like wondering if it had like any like giant changes, I mean, the user interface, liquid glass, that's what it's going into. That's the design and style that iOS wants for their next operating system on iPhones. And this operating system goes as far back as iPhone 11. So iPhone 11 and up will be getting iOS 26. I think the 10s is getting it. Don't remember. And I didn't try to install it on my iPhone 10s. I should probably try that at some point. But anyways, for the most part, display, cameras, audio, battery, it's all fine. No bugs at all whatsoever for being on it for a couple of days. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If I do find a bug, I will make a video and report to you guys what that bug is. But as for right now, we'll throw it up here on the charger. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for checking it out. I'll talk to y'all later.